Hello, and welcome to another pre-recorded and slightly subdued episode of Magicmaker. Now, I'm keeping it subdued mostly because it's still fairly early in the morning where I'm recording, and want to keep it on the down low. And the subdued fits a little bit because, as you can see, or rather, you can't, my character is now invisible. I actually did a little substitution of materials. Still the Archer build, but now it has stealth, meaning I can fire off a bunch of poison arrows and just let myself stealth again. Hopefully not get hit out of it, because I've learned that you can actually be hit out of stealth if something like wayward projectile or whatever, or you bump into somebody. So, you know, hopefully that happens. But then I can just let the poison do its work and murder everything for me. I'm particularly useful on bosses, because even bosses can't see you when you're stealthing, which is amazing. Now, they'll still walk about the room and probably run into you and knock you out of it, but, you know, it's better than it not working at all. I also made the sword lifesteal spell also steal mana, and as you've noticed, it's only a C rank, so it doesn't make the wand cost mana. Because I've realized, I basically have 2 life bars, I should be maintaining both of them. Because I have the mana shield effect on my robe from the Philosopher's Stone. Now, a little bit of bed shuffling, apologies, but I forgot my timer. I'll get it right one of these days. Bit of beeping and booping. It's all good. Timer? No. Stopwatch. There we go. Just so I'm not making an hour-long episode by accident. Okay, so, since this build is very built for the castle, let's go finish it up. I do believe there's only one castle level left. Apologies for a little bit of headphone adjustment. Yes, gotta go find the maid and get her to power up the lantern, which we already have. Yeah, the New Game Plus kind of breaks the quests that give you artifacts. It's all good, though. Anyway, we'll use our light arrows to light up the room and murder all these... or re-murder, I guess, all these dead things. I mean, there are some living things here, some spiders and some of the goblin wizards and whatnot. Where's one of my arrows? Or do I only have... Nope, I got them all. Okay. I was thinking for a second there I lost an arrow somewhere. I kind of wish there was a way to get rid of the arrow shrapnel, though, because it's a little silly. As much as it makes me giggle. Just playing Nuclear Throne, so I just tried to switch spells by hitting spacebar. I suppose I could remap it to do that. It'd be kind of neat. Because right now it's just... yeah, just mouse wheel. Which isn't bad either. I always have a problem remapping games, because then I'm like, I got so used to the way I was playing it before that I keep going for the old buttons all of a sudden, even though, you know, like I've mentioned on the channel, I looked, when I'm trying to sprint in some games, I do the Warframe thing where, you know, you hold shift, or, well, most games you hold shift to sprint, but in some games you don't. Like in this, there's no sprint at all. And I've tried to like, helicopter, is what they call it, where you do the spinning attack to, you know, just scoot along. You know, kind of like in the 3D Legend of Zeldas, where you, like, continuously backflip to get where you're going faster for some reason. I think they fixed it in more recent ones. I have to admit my experience with those is a little limited. I've really only played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I haven't... although I do own Twilight Princess, which is a shame. I should play it. Maybe on the channel when I get a capture card. Who knows? Kinda neat. Would be kinda neat. Although I heard the Wii version, because that's the one I have, the motion controls are a bit ick. But I don't know, we'll see. Gotta light up things because I don't got the... had to take off the prisms that were on my robes that were just giving me incidental light. So I couldn't... I'm still getting a kick out of the arrows. So I gotta kind of have to spam light arrows just so I can see what I'm doing. Which is fine, it's also killing mobs. Never thought I'd be rocking Periwinkle's freaking fairy companion of all things. But it works really well with arrows. I mean, you could also use a vacuum cleaner on your robe if you wanted to have a different... artifact slide. I'm like, I don't know, Pocket Tombstone. Quickly becoming one of my favorites. Along with BB's Chaotic Evil Ring, which I've always loved anyway. But like, if you wanted to make your artifact slot damage, you could trade Periwinkle's Fairy Companion out for, well, like those two things, like I said, and then have a vacuum cleaner to pick up your, excuse me, unspecified carbonated beverage. It's my coffee. I don't drink coffee, so that's where I get my caffeine. Start my day. Not the best place to do it, but body's too adjusted to it now. I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep now. Only the first gem, really. Wow. This is a big level. Keep an eye out for the hidden wizards, too, actually, while I'm thinking about it. Because if I'm right, they're in, like, the doctorate level, like, story... Well, not story missions, but, you know, the doctorate level one-time quests. Instead of the, instead of, like, in the free play. Because that'd be too easy to find them then. Because you could just keep trying. Although, who knows? I could be completely wrong, and they could all be in the college. I've just not found them. The Nimbus Wizard might not even be one of them. Who knows? He might just be there as a funny little Easter egg. You know, because make it so there's actually something up there to find if you rocket jump up there. I'm kind of surprised, considering some of the types of materials that are in this game, that there isn't one I'm thinking of, and that's the ability to hold a charged shot and like release it for more power, you know, Mega Man style. Now, it might be a technical limitation, and I can accept that. I mean, that happens. You know, that's one of the biggest reasons why anything isn't in a particular video game. Technical limitations, right? But, you know, there's a lot of effects in this that you could almost attribute to other games, and, you know, like in an homage sort of way. And, you know, I'm like, charge shots would be so good. Particularly because it would be a neat way to give power to a spell without having to resort to, like, buggering up the cost. Or it would make the wand really good, too. Because, you know, your default shots are the lemons, and then you can make the charge shots off the wand as well. You know, depending on how good it is, you can make the wand, you know, your main damage, actual Mega Man style. I don't know. I think it'd be neat. Freaking Azazel portrait eyeballing me. Come on. Come on. Open up. I don't know, do I have to keep shooting it, or does it just break eventually and I just have to chase it down? I always just keep shooting it just in case. We've been through her dialogue tree already, so I'm just gonna skip through it real quick. Bam, 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 bam. Bye-bye. Oh, it just repeats the text. I thought it would, should say something else. Like, why are you still here? Or something like that. I think I'll sneak my way through the rest of this. Apologies for the darkness, but, well, stealth and darkness go hand in hand. Okay, what are we dealing with? Black Render the Swift. He's got like a magic gauntlet hand, a sword. Pegasus boots? Oh, he's nuking the light. That's no good. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't have any poison arrows left, do I? Oh, wait, there they are. They're all on the ground there for some reason. I think those are poison arrows, aren't they? Yeah, they'd have to be. You can't pick up... Oh, God. You can't pick up one set of arrow spell for another. Because that'd be a good way to just have more ammo, is just to have one that's just nothing but quivers. Why are they all up on the ceiling like this? Periwinkle, Fairy Companion, are you alright? Where are you? Oh, that's what happened. She's, like, trying to get one out of the sword, but she can't. There we go. Now she should be a little better. That or she's... No, she's still trying to get one out of his body somewhere. Ugh. Ow! Oh. He only did 1 damage to my hit points. Yeah, cool thing about the mana shield, if you're not using mana at all in your build, is that it's like a Borderlands-style shield. It, you know, regenerates. As long as you don't... I mean, it'll regenerate even if you break it, air quotes. Ah, I can't see. Apologies, but this is the boss's mechanic. He's being a douchebag about the lights. Okay, now he's just trying to bump into me. Because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, he's dead. Pretty sure when you've broken his arm, broken like his weapons, he doesn't have anything to do other than just run into you and maybe jump at you. You know, really old NES boss style. Boop. In we go. Yeah, we got all the artifacts here, so I'm assuming the only artifacts I'm missing are in the temple. No hidden wizard? Aw. Man. I will find them one day. And when I do, there will be a reckoning. Or joyous celebration, either way. Whee! Turn to the academy. And they give me the lantern again, even though I already do have it. Kind of neat if it upgraded. But, I mean... Again, I make the statement that they give you the anti-darkness item, like the best anti-darkness item, when you're done with the zone that has darkness mechanics in it at all. Like, poorly timed? Oh well. Admittedly, there are, like, the, what do you call them? The Eldritch Being in the temple, the boss, that can, darken everything, so it's remotely useful there. Now, I don't need the light anymore, so I can actually change it up a little bit. Unfortunately, I found out that Magic Boomerang does not work with the arrow, because it would have been amazing if it did. Probably would have caused some weird effects if it, like, gave you more arrows than you had, kind of thing. And yeah, unfortunately also, because I thought this would be a neat way to bypass the Philosopher's Stone, but it'll just make it an arrow-costing spell that also costs mana. So it's like, what's the point? Unfortunately. Not sure what to add, honestly. You know what? Little tribute to Diablo 2 and its infamous Buriza Ducando, I think that's the name of it. But it was the trick with the homing arrows and the bow that had infinite piercing. I think this'll work. Looks like it works to me. Alright, since we're going to the desert to clear it up a little bit, since this episode is pretty short as it is. I don't know what I'll tinker with the visual, though, if any. Make it shoot diamonds? Make it shoot diamond-tipped arrows. I like it. Neat. Alright, let's try this out. I don't know about keeping the stealth, though. Nah, screw it. We'll keep the stealth. Could be handy. It buggers up the worm a little bit, because, you know, he's got the things where he plays like peekaboo with his tail and whatnot, so Might have to forego it a little bit there, but we'll see. Alright, get magic sand. We all remember this quest. And this tooltip is inaccurate. And my game is freezing. That's not good. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting the not responding on the Windows bar, but obviously she's fine. Yeah, I can break stuff for life on this level. It's pretty good. Those are some pretty badass looking explosions. Homing spells with no wall piercing. Kind of annoying. I gotta just do this. Build's durability is pretty solid. It's really silly looking at a melee visual when you aren't seeing the sword. Yeah. It's taking a while though. Alright, laser beam goblin. Ah. Yeah, being poisoned also screws up your stealth because then you keep getting hit and you keep losing your stealth basically. Doesn't help. Oh god, all the little numbers. All the little numbers. Ah. Yeah. Oh yeah, the sand. The thing I need to be here to do, instead of just murdering everything like I usually do. Ah, let go. No, don't abscond with me. Go away. Freaking harpies absconding with me. Oops. It's homing in on the sand, I guess. Okay. Got all the sand. Just gotta get the gems and beat the boss. Although we're only missing one gem. Might even be down here, who knows? See if I can slink through here without getting detected. Sandstorm will blow my cover though. You'd think they'd realize I'm where the fairy is, right? the bright, sparkly green thing. Oh well. This weird open space. That has nothing in it. Alright. The annoyed Lamias. Where did he go? He's making me slither around all day. Stupid little wizard. When I see him, I'm gonna spit poison. I don't know why I went redneck there for a second. Just kind of fits. Redneck Lamias. Here's a thought you never thought you'd have. Aw. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, his head does ridiculous shit when he can't see where you are. It's like upside down and backwards. He doesn't know where I am, right? That should work. His head was upside down. Get a couple of layers of poison in on him. Ah! Really quick target reacquisition there, buddy. Yeah, I'm just literally firing at the ground to hit him with the explosion. Because thankfully, unlike the actual direct damage of the spell, at least I think, the effects of the spell don't seem to be neutered as much by not being in the middle of the explosion. Which is good. my dot's going. Or my dot, I should say. I only have one. Man, it's taking a while. Oh, there we go. There's the damage. Gotta remember, piercing explosions... Homing piercing explosions are ridiculous. Thread makes it even more so, but I'm trying to avoid some of the stuff I've done pretty adamantly recently. Just for the sake of variety, because, you know, we're 20 episodes in. I believe this is episode 20, which is kind of blowing my mind a little bit. Hey, you got my arrow. Give me that back. Head upside down again. He's like, where is he? Where did he go? He must be above me because I can't see him below me. And yeah. Oh. Whoa, what the? Ow. Never seen him do that before. I guess because I always kill this stage really fast normally. Because of stuff like that. I also never realized that his wings are like bifold. They like, you know, they're... I always thought he always had two of them, and then like the game was glitching and that he spat out four of them when he died, like Mortal Kombat fatality style. You know, like when people, in like the really old ones, when people got like exploded, sometimes they'd explode with like 6 rib cages or something stupid like that. I just thought I was having one of those situations. Yeah. Maybe I'll go for summoning again. We haven't done that in a while. Maybe I'll do one where I have a summon on every slot and just fill the screen with people. And see if I break the game. Which I might. I actually had a really weird game break the other day. It was off camera, unfortunately. And I don't know how that would work with recording anyway. But, yeah, I was fooling around with the Shade Spirit as a spell component instead of a robe component to, bleh. Train of thought derailed a little bit there, hang on. The fairy's chasing down the boss because he's got an arrow in him. It's funny. Yeah, I was screwing around with Shade Spirit, and I had it hooked up to, like, you know, explosions and stuff, so it hit like the whole room and charmed everybody. Because I noticed when you charm people, you don't take damage when you touch them. So I was like trying to work it in with stealth to be like charm everybody and then walk through them. But I don't know what happened, but the game just exploded. When I like charmed a room full of dudes, the charms didn't go off and then the game crashed. I was like, what the hell? I was very confused. I was very, very confused. So, only place we have left to go for plot quests is the temple. So, we'll need to... We'll need to do a rehaul on this spec, because we can't go in there with the Archer Mage, I don't think. I see, you have the sand. It's leaking out of your pockets. Oh yeah, I forgot there's still another quest here, sure. Well, we'll do this one instead then, because we won't have enough time to do like a spec re-overhaul / another level in one episode at this point. Unless I make it longer, but I don't want to. I want it to be nice and succinct. Might even get a few episodes done today. I'm excited again, because it's going to be a little bit still for you guys, unfortunately, but, you know, it'll be sooner... It'll be sooner for me I'll be able to upload something again. And so I want to have a bunch to upload, more or less. Now, one of the tooltips on the loading screen says something about, you can increase the speed of any timed effect by having a haste component on your spell. What I'm assuming that means is when you're hasted, things run through their timers faster on you. But does that make the mobs run through their timers faster if you dot them with a spell that also has haste on it? I don't think so, because you're the one benefiting from the haste. So I'm like I was kind of hoping that would be the way to make dots a little more effective, because they're still a little on the subpar side, unfortunately. They're usable, but it's like, why when I can burst this hard, right? I mean, that's always a bit of a problem with dots in any game anyway. They really have to be worth it, otherwise, why bother? Just do more burst. Just do more burst damage. Why take your time when you can just do it instantly? You know? Does this count as indoors? It does. Okay. Don't know whether they throw regular goblins at you for this part. You just kind of just, yeah, I can just do this. Just jump and spam the wand and get life and mana back every couple of seconds. Yeah, that'll be done in a bit. Actually, where's the timer? Okay, it's the big end of it on the clock there. You shall not pass. Hey, what did I just tell you? Get back. No. Man, I almost might want to rig this up into a real spell and, like, figure out a way to make it cost, like, probably make it a health spell, maybe. And still have this setup going. I don't know. It's a thought. And turkey's done. And by turkey, I mean crystal ball. Wouldn't mind a bit of turkey. People always say turkey is dry. I've never had that problem. You're not doing it right, is the thing. If your turkey's dry, you've overcooked it. Now, I'll admit, it's a drier bird than chicken. Chicken's very moist and delicious, and holy crap, that's doing a lot of damage to me. Anything over here? No? Nope, just a lot of wasted life. Oh well. What can you do? Mana leech, or life leech back. Ow. Kind of funny how that counts as indoors when there's all these open spaces in it. Ah, this could be bad. Thankfully, we have classic boss insta-gimping. I'm sorry, but the boss pointing his head the wrong way is just so bloody hilarious. Like, I guess that's the default position, and then it just locks onto where you are otherwise. Like, oh. Oh, crud, I'm out of shots. Hang on. That's one of the reasons this spec can't have a teleport, because the, one of the reasons this spec can't have a teleport, well, I mean it could, but one of the reasons I'm not using one on the wand at the moment is because I kind of need something to fall back on if I run out of ammo. Because it never comes back if it... Oh, is that still stuck in him? Oh, it's... Oh, no, there it is. I was like, oh, it's still stuck in him. I literally won't get it back till I beat the level. But, no, thankfully, game's like, nah, man, we're good. Give me back health. Give me back health, please. Please. Thank you. Maybe I'll sneak through a little bit. Past the annoyed Lamias. That I'm still infinitely amused by. Yeah, sneak through. I got nothing to gain really by killing things. It's not like I get experience points or anything. Gonna have to do a little killing to get through here, though. One of them had explosion. Probably kill a bunch of these for life, though. There we go. Hop my way through. Okay, so the tail section. This will be interesting. Yeah, you kind of have to expose yourself when you have stuff to get him to come up with the tail. Because otherwise, he stays in the ground and the fight doesn't go anywhere. Ow. Only got poison arrows left. Yeah, like the dots are okay up until I want to say Doctorate is this difficulty, but the one before that, Masters, I think, is what it is. You know what? Not had a lot of institutionalized education, or at least post-secondary. Get all my arrows back, but yeah, they just don't scale up as much as the burst damage does. And, you know, that's inherently why it's not nearly as good. I don't know what the hell was going on there. He dropped it, but the game was like, no, you can't pick it up yet. I'm like, why not? It's right there. Just let me pick it up. No. Alright. Last stage. This is just the charging stage again. This stage actually gets wrecked by the piercing explosion arrows. So, this should be a lot easier. Oh yeah. And he's dead. And his horns go flying off. Boop. So, yeah. We're done the temple. Or not the temple, we're done the desert. We're done... I mean, it's so common to see a temple and a desert, you know? The two kind of blend together in video games a lot. But we're done the desert, we are done the castle, we're done the forest, and we're done the ice cave. So we just have to finish up the temple, and then we can either derp around with coaches challenges a little bit maybe, or go to New Game Plus 2 and get another slot in all of our stuff. And make everything harder. Because all the enemies scale up even more. Beautiful. Who could have foreseen you actually being able to complete this task? Well, now I can. I never thought he was an NPC in the game world until recently. Alright. That'll be it for now. Invisible Hugh Hefner Demon and his very visible fairy companion. And I will see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and hope you enjoy all the ones in the future. Ciao.